Hold on. So, Monty, how'd you feel about Gundam 00 episode 24 of season 2?
That is an interesting question. I was a little annoyed at how Setsuna's magical love particles just kind of solved everything. Because as this person here said, it kind of made all the struggle worthless. It wasn't exactly the ending I was expecting to all these emotional conflicts that they had built up. I really wanted a nice, bloody resolution to these conflicts, and instead I got a bunch of people sitting around holding hands singing Kumbaya, which is bullshit! Alright? Andre should fucking go kill Soma, and Soma should not just sit there and be like, hey, I'm gonna yell. She didn't even yell at him. She was fucking like, oh, your dad never understood you. That's so sad. But you, it was like fucking like an episode of Oprah or some shit. And I'm like, no, you guys should be fighting and screaming while you do this. You can still say that, but while you're doing it, you should be ramming that mobile suit down his throat. And then what else was there?
Then Andre went all, bah, Daddy never loved me.
And he was all like, bah, Daddy never loved me, which I expected, I guess. But then there's like, there's Saji and Luis, which I was okay with that, having a happy ending, but I think he should have had to work at it a little bit more.
I don't know, Camille Luis would have been
yeah, I would have actually been really happy if she had just been a brain-dead retard at the end of the series, and it just ended with Saji taking care of her and, like, wiping the drool off of her chin.
Which was the end of Zeta Gundam.
Which was the end of Zeta Gundam, for those of you who haven't seen it. The only person who got it right in this episode was my man Lyle, who, even then, I was a little annoyed that he had to get help from Tieria to finish off Ali's mobile suit. I was kind of like, I would have liked him to, you know, actually, like, beat him in a fight. But, I mean, Ali's pretty tough. So, you know, honestly, it does make a little sense. I mean, Lyle beat Ali in a fight, in a mobile suit fight? Come on, who are we kidding here? But, yeah, he's the only one who got it right, who was like, no, that bastard's not getting away. It's not going to be happy fun time. I'm going to go get my gun and shoot his ass. And he almost didn't do that either, because that fucking bitch I knew had to come back and start shouting at him and being like, no, don't do it. Good goddamn thing he didn't listen to her, or else he would have got himself killed.
And yet he thanked her for some reason.
And yet he thanked her for some reason, which totally didn't make any sense.
Like, man, that was some good head.
That
somehow helped me beat Ali.
I did not understand that at all. But, yeah, it was a good thing that he didn't die because of her, because that would have pissed me off, and then I really would be raging. Of course, Ginny knows that I already gave her this speech before, and then she was like, let me get a camera so I can videotape it. And I'll be honest, I don't think I quite captured the energy of the first one, but I tried my best. So that's what I thought of episode 24. Needed more mech fights.
Needs a lot more
mech fights.
Maybe actually. 5 episodes of mech fights.
Oh, and one more thing that I didn't say before. So, we've got our final villain in last season, the first season, when who was it? What was his name?
Aola, or not Aola.
Alejandro shows up in his mobile suit. We wanna give him a badass mobile suit. So let's look and see, oh, you know what, maybe we'll take that Hyakushiki design, that gold mobile suit, yeah, we'll use that, and we'll redesign it. Oh, because that's what they've been doing a lot of in this series. That's really cool. That looked pretty nice. That was a cool shoot. It was like this weird cross between the Epion and the Hyakushiki, and I'm like, alright, I'm feeling that. So, Season 2 comes along. We want to do the same thing for ribbons. So what can we use for ribbons? Let's think. There've been Cubelite? No, fuck that. Why would we use something like that? No, fuck that. We've done way too much Zeta Gundam as is. I know. Fucking gun cannon. Yeah, let's remodel the gun cannon. What the fuck? What? The gun tank was too hard for you guys? Is that it? Good goddamn thing that my man Graham is going to show up in the last 10 seconds of the last episode to fuck fuck everything up again.
Oh, we can only hope. Oh, and our last item on the agenda, Billy and Sumeragi.
Billy's a tool. Billy, she should have shot his ass. And, there was so many, like,
He's pussy whipped.
dumb things. I wish, I was really annoyed that he didn't die. Because at least then he would have had a decent ending. And I would have been like, well, he was a loser. He went out like losers usually go out in a Gundam series, you know, dead. Instead, we get a scene after they make up where him and Sumeragi are shooting at the automaton things that he activated on the ship? And I'm thinking to myself, wait a second, and I mean, like, Jaria turns them off, so they're okay. But I'm thinking to myself, well, you turned them on. Doesn't it make sense to have a switch to turn them off? Didn't you have a remote control to turn them on? What happened to the remote control? Why can't you just turn them off? That was just dumb.
So there you have it.
There you have it.
Gundam 00 Season 2, Episode 24.
I have been calling this Cyber New Type Luis thing this whole Gundam
Oh, that
series.
was awesome. How you were like, oh, now she's going to go all Cyber New Type and strangle him. And she
did it. That's great.
That was pretty rockin'. Alright, thank you, Monty.
You're welcome.
Yay.